Hi friends, my name is Elena and I work for the Cherry Creek Stewardship Partners. Today we're going to be learning about a very important resource, water. How do you use water in your life? Do you drink it? Do you use it to bathe? Do you use it to water the plants in your garden? Water is used in a variety of ways and by many different people. In order to make sure that everyone that needs water gets some, it has to be split up in a specific way. And we're going to play an activity today in order to learn a little bit about how that is done. Come and join me. Before we get into our activity, we're going to talk a little bit more about how the water in our state and across the nation is split up. Water is shared by many different groups. It's shared by the people that live in cities and towns. It's shared by wildlife. It is put into areas used for recreation like boating, and it is also used to grow the food that we eat. So tasty. That's a lot of different ways that water has to be used. How do we split those up? The answer is water rights. So water rights are based on a first come, first served basis. The people that go to a piece of land and get there first and get access to the water have the first water rights, while the people that get there next have access to the second water rights, and so on. We're gonna play a game today that's going to explain this a little bit further. We're first gonna explain the game and then do an example, and then you can do it in your classroom by yourselves. There are only 3 things that you're gonna need for this activity today. You're gonna need numbered tickets, you're going to need cups or glass jars, and you're going to need a big jug of water. Each individual on their numbered ticket is going to have a description about what water user they are. So for example, you could be a farmer, you could be a gold mine manager. So you're going to be able to read a little bit about that on your ticket. The number on your ticket, whether that be 1, 2, 3, or so on, is going to tell you where in line you are to receive water supplies. Person number 1 is going to receive the water supplies first, while the last person is going to receive the water supplies last. You are all going to line up in order of tickets. So this is, for example, going to be number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7. Imagine that there are students behind each of these cups representing different water users. The teacher is then going to go down the line and give each water user the amount of water that they need to complete their work. On your numbered ticket, you will find the amount of water that is needed to complete your work in cups. For example, a gold miner on this card right here uses 5 cups of water to complete its work. So we're gonna go down the line and see how long this water lasts. If you are the last user in the line of water allocation, do you think you're gonna get the amount of water that you need? Doing this activity will help you find out. Let's see how this goes. So student number 1 gets a bunch of water. So does student number 2. As you can tell, it's going down. Do you think there's gonna be enough water to fill all of the water users' cups before it runs out? You can all play this activity to find out. After completing the activity, ask yourselves these 3 questions. Question number 1, did all of the water users get all of the water supplies that they needed? Why or why not? Question number 2, what would happen if there was a severe drought? Oftentimes in Colorado, we do not get the same water supplies every year. Some years we have a bunch of water available in our streams because of the rain and the snow that was there the year before, or we don't have any water at all and we find ourselves in a drought. Question number 3, the biggest question of all, is with growing populations and lessening water supplies, how are we going to make sure that every person that needs water gets some? This is a question that is being asked by many people across the state, across the nation, and across the world. Can you figure it out?